Okay, hi, let's continue our story. We stopped at Miss Havisham while she asked Pep to forgive her. One day, Pep, I'll repeat this part. One day, while Pep visits Miss Havisham before taking Magwitch out of the country, he wants to see Miss Havisham. She keeps on asking him, please forgive me, because of what she did. She knows very well that she caused him to suffer from a broken heart because of loving Stella. So Pep told her that I forgive you, and at that time, while she bends over the fireplace beside her, the dress she wears caught fire. Okay, so she remains sick, and she was like severely injured because of such fire. And of course, Pep is the one who saved her at that time. By the way, there is a part between Stella and Miss Havisham. One day, okay, before this part, one day, Miss Havisham, she wants to see Stella, and she orders Pep to, of course, she used to give orders to everyone around her. She orders Pep to bring Stella to visit me. I want to see her. When she sees Stella, Stella was very cold to her, and she was very sad from her. Miss Havisham, she was very sad. She told her, you are very cold. And Stella told her, this is the way you brought me up. Don't blame me for what you did. You are the one who taught me to be like this, so don't blame me. So Miss Havisham told her, I taught you to be cold to others, to men, not to me. But she told her, this is your seeds, like this is the way you teach me, or you told me to be. Don't blame me. Okay, so Miss Havisham starts to feel like guilty, sense of guilt again here. So this is sense of guilt here for Miss Havisham, the way she brought Stella up, the way she broke Pep's heart. So she even Miss Havisham, she suffered this sense of guilt. And also we have an important theme here, which is family relations or family ties. We'll see how Pep and Stella, both of them, they don't have right families, they don't have good families. He is an orphan child, and even though he lives with his sister, she treated him in a very bad way and very cruel way. He misses family. He even misses his family, his father and mother, and he used to visit their graves. And also we have Stella. She also misses her family. She lived with Miss Havisham. After that, we'll see that both Pep and Herbert, they try to act their plan, or to do their plan to save Magwitch, to take him out of London. Okay, before this part, Pep knows certain information or sad news that Stella, she marries Bentley Drummond. Bentley Drummond is the arrogant boy, or the arrogant gentleman who belongs to the high class. He marries Stella. This gentleman, the one who takes the classes with Pep. Here she marries him. We want to see, it's not important to she married a gentleman, belonged to a rich class, but we'll see later that her life with this man is not that good. He treats her in a very bad way, and he even dies at the end. Okay, this is the life she chooses, Stella chooses. Okay, of course Pep was very sad to hear this news, but he was very busy with taking Magwitch out of the country in the river to make him safe. He feels it's like a duty to do this. So at the time when they decide to take him in the boat, to take him out of London, what happened? Here we'll see that the police arrived, someone informed the authorities, and also Compeyson appeared there. And Compeyson he finds Magwitch in the river. They quickly jumped over him and started to fight together in the water, and they fight each other. What happened? that Compeyson already drowned in the river. He died, and he drowned and he died. And also we'll find that Magwitch, he is severely injured, and he was taken to the hospital, and it's a punishment that he was sentenced to death. But Magwitch was somehow like, he feels that it's God's punishment, and he deserved this punishment. We'll see the difference in character. Magwitch, even though he is a criminal, but not that evil or bad to the like Compeyson. Pep used to visit him in the hospital to take care of him, and he informs him one day that your daughter Stella is still alive, and he sees her and he loves her. Okay, and after that, Compeyson is drowned, and Magwitch is sentenced to death, and Pep loses his fortune. Okay, of course, and after that, Pep falls ill. Joe comes. Pep is very ill after all of this. So who comes to be beside him? This is friendship. Who comes to him to take care of him, to pay his debts, and to be beside him until he recovers? Of course, Joe. Joe comes to London to care for him, and they are reconciled. Okay, and after that, Biddy will find how Biddy, what happened to Biddy? Biddy, she taught Joe how to read and write, and she's very kind. We see the difference between her and Stella, of course. She's a very kind, helpful girl, and she taught Pep Joe how to read and write. And Pep, one time he think of marrying Biddy, to return home and marry Biddy, but when he returns home, he finds that Biddy she's married to Joe. He discovers that she and Joe have already married. He's very happy to them, and he decides to go to Herbert to travel and go stay with Herbert to work in their business, in their company. One day after returning many years later, he meets Stella in the gardens of the Sats house, where he knows from Stella that Drummel, her husband, treated her very badly, and he is now dead. They already talk to each other, and Stella's coldness, she was cold. Now she becomes very kind, but it's like a sad kindness because of what happened to her. The two leave the garden hand in hand, but believing that they will never part again. Okay, so this is the full, of course, Miss Havisham, she died, and this is the full story of Great Expectation. We'll find at this part, this is the plan to rescue Magwitch. This is the part about Peps. He realized the reality of life, that it's not important to be a rich person, it's not important to be a gentleman. He started to work hard to gain his money, to be a gentleman, a true gentleman. So Pep, by the end of the story, he realizes the reality of life. And his Great Expectations, which is the title, it's not that the reality of life. His Great Expectations to love and marry Stella, to admire her, to impress her, and this will make Stella love him and impress him, and this is life will be like the ideal life for him. It's not that. It's completely wrong, and Miss Havisham is not doesn't want at all to make him love and marry Stella. It's his dreams, his false dreams, and even his expectations about London. It's completely wrong. He discovered that London, it's like any normal place, which is full of dirt, full of criminals, robbers, and like any place. And the reality of life is that you should work hard and you should build your own future.